From the station working for you, this is WRTV News at 7, streaming now.
Now at 7, we are working to get answers about errors in the state's unemployment system. Thanks for joining us at 7 o'clock. I'm Mark Mullins.
And I'm Amanda Starantino. A woman says she received an unemployment insurance card in the mail, even though she never applied for unemployment. In November, Dawn Mulder says she received the card from Key Bank. She immediately called the bank and asked them to put a stop on the card. Then she called the state, which told her to go online and report the fraud on the state's website. But 2 months later, she's still not heard back. She's wondering how, as an instructional assistant at a school, she was able to receive unemployment while people like her sister-in-law have had to close their businesses throughout the pandemic and are still running into trouble getting help.
She's been denied. I haven't even applied for it, and they're handing out money. It just seems so confusing and sad for people who really need it.
In last week's press briefing, the Department of Workforce Development Commissioner Fred Payne named this particular kind of fraud as one of many they're seeing at the state. He says they are trying to combat this issue by evolving their tools and technology to verify claimants' identity. And we've been keeping track of issues and your frustrations with the state's unemployment system throughout the financial impact of the pandemic. You can find all our coverage in the coronavirus section of WRTV.com and the free WRTV app. Kevin.
Temperatures today made it above freezing, but not by a lot, and that cold north wind made it feel a little bit colder. 30 in Logansport this afternoon, 33 in Bloomington. That was then, this is now. Temperatures in the 20s anywhere in the metro area, 29 Castleton, 29 in Martinsville. Temperatures tonight down into the lower 20s eventually. The clouds off of Lake Michigan pretty much came right through the center of the state, with the eastern and western edges managing some sunshine. Of course, we had sunshine early in the day, but clouds took over after that. There's the strip of clouds you see through central Indiana. We're dry until Thursday. That's when we change quickly. Any wintry mix to all rain. Tomorrow, mixture of clouds and sunshine. Should be a much brighter day for all of us. Temperature warms to about 34. All in all, a nice January day for tomorrow. Topics that we still have to discuss. Rain potential Thursday, snow potential Saturday night, and our below zero temperatures headed our way for late weekend and early next week.
COVID-19 cases and hospitalizations are decreasing in Indiana and across the country. Now health officials are working quickly to vaccinate as many people as possible. They're worried about different strains of the virus, including one in South Africa that could reinfect people. The White House is urging healthcare providers to vaccinate as many people as possible with single doses and hold back on second doses. Federal officials are also working to make at-home rapid COVID test kits available at pharmacies. Right now, vaccination appointments are available to all Hoosiers over 65 years old, first responders and healthcare workers. To help with distribution, a large vaccination site opened this week at the Hamilton County Fairgrounds in Noblesville. WRTV's ALYSSA Donovan shows you how it's ready to help.
Right now, there are 5 vaccination stations here at the new vaccine site, but Hamilton County health officials are prepared to expand at any time.
When people arrive, they're going to need to go through a check-in process.
It's a setup that can be easily altered.
The empty tables that you see are our ability to ramp up and how extensively we can ramp up. Should more vaccine allocations become available, we can expand greatly, probably triple to quadruple our capacity that we're currently outputting.
Hamilton County Health Department now has the space in the Fairgrounds Exhibition Hall to provide up to 5,000 vaccines a week. But it all depends on allocations of doses and staffing.
This is Moderna.
Okay.
This week, 1,200 vaccines will be administered here.
We're going to kick COVID one shot at a time.
One of those shots going to Rita Beck.
Oh, I'm documenting this so I can send it to my kids. It's the right thing to do. It's like any other vaccine. If it's available, get it.
She'll also send the picture to her daughter-in-law, who's an emergency room nurse.
It's been interesting to watch the process through her eyes because she's right there on the front lines. So I'm doing this for her as well. She'll be excited when she sees this. Ta-da!
Does it matter which arm?
It does not.
All right.
You get to pick. There's been a lot of excitement. There's even been some happy emotion as they get to be the ones that get it. Okay, so this is your card.
And it shows that you had your vaccine today on the 1st in the left arm, and you did get Moderna.
After receiving their shot, patients schedule their next visit for their second dose. Then they're monitored for 15 minutes before being sent on their way.
We're busy, and some days we go home really tired, but it's all worth it.
Especially when patients are so happy to receive their vaccine.
Felt great.
I feel great. I feel great. I feel relieved.
I'm ALYSSA Donovan, WRTV.
The Hamilton County Fairgrounds vaccination site is open from 9 to 4 Monday through Friday, but you can only make an appointment through the state system or by calling 211 or going to ourshot.in.gov.
A doctor has an important warning for the more than 155,000 Hoosiers who have been fully vaccinated against COVID-19. WRTV's Stephanie Wade explains why experts recommend against socializing in large groups even after receiving the vaccine.
It was one of the most exciting days of the whole year.
Elizabeth Groves Egan received her COVID-19 vaccine in December.
It was pretty spectacular. I felt very lucky to be able to get that vaccine so soon.
An ophthalmologist at St. Vincent, she works with people 6 inches from their face, putting her at very high risk of exposure.
Just to know that I'm probably not going to be able to bring that virus home to my family, to my parents, and to pass it on to my patients has just been a huge stress and emotional relief.
But even after receiving the vaccine, she says she's not letting her guard down. She hasn't changed her quarantine pool, only seeing family at this time, and still has yet to eat indoors at a restaurant since March.
I have lots of concerns about people just willy-nilly getting together after vaccination because unfortunately they're not perfect. You know, we're seeing 94, 95% efficacy, which means 1 in 20 people still have that potential to get disease. It's not everyone's going to be protected.
Infection Prevention Medical Director at Ascension St. Vincent, Dr. Christopher Belcher, says a week or two after the second shot, people have reached pretty good immunity against COVID-19. But data is still unclear whether the vaccine reduces transmission of the coronavirus completely or just by a fraction.
And we don't know with the vaccine if people are able to still spread the disease. And we may be asymptomatically spreading it around. So lots and lots of concerns with vaccinated people, throwing caution to the wind.
Looking to the future as the virus continues to mutate, he has this warning for you.
My particular worry at this time, though, is that the South African variant and to some degree the Brazilian variant, from what we're learning, the vaccines may not be as effective. Even for people who've had disease to get together, that may come around and cause a second illness. So we may be playing catch up with these strains. So I don't know that there's going to be a time when we can say it's safe to be around people because this virus is trying to get on top of the vaccine.
Stephanie Wade, WRTV.
We haven't seen this kind of effect on the jobs market in decades, but still ahead, we take you inside the program, putting tomorrow's future on its best foot forward.
/Jefferson Awards.
Almost a year into the pandemic, Hoosiers have seen how important it is to have skills and a resume ready to go to land a job. And there's help available, especially for those of you who are starting out. Tonight in Hiring Hoosiers, WRTV's Cameron Riddle shows us how a program is helping young people turn passion into a plan.
As thousands of Hoosiers look for work in a pandemic, the Youth Employment Services Program, better known as YES, is helping Hoosiers 16 to 24 find a job.
You may not know where you're going to go, but you know your passion, you know you want to do something different, and then it's up to us to help you navigate your way.
Julie Barrett is the Workforce Development Manager at the Martindale-Brightwood Community Development Corporation. Her job is to help people looking for work find a field they are interested in and then see what skills they need to land a job and turn it into a career.
That's our goal. You know, now we're not miracle workers, but together we can get, etch out a pathway.
Maybe the staff at Yes Indy aren't miracle workers, but 25-year-old Rico Smith says they are absolutely life changers. The father of 2 enrolled in the program a year and a half ago. While working at a warehouse, he was looking for a job in trucking, a job he always wanted to turn into a career.
They put me towards the job lead with Palmer Trucks, And I did some training with them for maybe 2 months, and I've been hired with them. I've been working there for maybe a month now as a driver, a parts delivery driver.
Through working with the YES program, which is part of the city's initiative Employ Indy, Smith has been able to obtain 4 different forklift certifications while working to climb the company ladder from trainee to parts delivery driver and someday soon, professional truck driver.
A lot of people want to move forward, but they don't know what step to take or what to do first.
Getting to that first step and beyond is the daily mission for Barrett, who believes helping guys like Rico creates more stories of success and less of tragedy. While she's ready to help anyone who needs it, Barrett says success through her comes with tough love.
You can't bring me no bull. Don't do that. We are all about trying to make sure you are set up for success.
Cameron Riddle, WRTV.
The Yes Indy program is specifically for Hoosiers who are 16 to 24 years old and out of school. You can learn more about the Yes Indy program by going to yesindy317.org. We'll have a link to that on our website at WRTV.com.
Big dreams of putting art on the stage come with a big budget. Coming up, how one annual festival is giving Black artists a chance to show off their voice.
And the multiple colors on this map represent a wintry mix to begin the precipitation Thursday. We'll talk about when it ends and look toward the weekend coming up.
Payments, no interest for 12 months.
There are reports of some restaurants in New York City using their outdoor heaters to melt huge piles of snow. A big part of the East Coast is digging out from a record-setting snowstorm, and New England is still dealing with it tonight. The whole region is bracing for even more storms on the way. Checking in now with Chief Meteorologist Kevin Gregory on anything that might be coming our way. Kevin?
We've got our share of action. The cold air's on the way. Looks like a wintry mix to rain Thursday, then even some light snow Saturday. That's a lot to just throw out there. We'll go through it. First, the cold blast. It's typical January cold that we have right now, but it will be unusual cold by the time we get to this weekend and early next week. The northern latitudes will send that cold air to the south and put our temperatures below zero for the first time in a couple of years. There's your trend for high temperatures. Keep in mind Sunday. The high of 15, really, temperatures will fall from that level as we go through the day. 14 on Monday. That mix to rain Thursday, light snow potential Saturday night. That would be a fluffy snow compared to the very heavy wet snow that we had last Saturday. And the core of the cold air around for about 48 hours from Sunday through Monday. As far as snowfall potential, there are a couple models hinting at some light accumulation, as I mentioned, fluffy snow in the much colder air, so it'd be drier. And depending on how much snow we see there, that could influence rather significantly the temperatures eventually on Monday morning. But anywhere from 4 to 8 below north of Indy and 0 to about 5 above to the south. We had the clouds roll in today off of Lake Michigan. Tomorrow, a little more consistent sunshine, mixture of clouds and sun, and a lighter wind. Won't have that strong north wind. Temperature at 33 in Indianapolis tomorrow afternoon, 37 in Terre Haute, foreshadowing where the warmer temperatures will come from, the south and southwest. As the wind increases and increases a lot during the day Thursday, that'll pull the warmer air into central Indiana and change any wintry mix to all rain. But as cold air catches it, may go back to a wintry mix or some snow before ending. That's early afternoon, 2 o'clock. Snow mixing with and changing to rain. That continues through the evening hours and then back overnight into the morning hours. There's a parting shot on the back edge of this where the cold air catches the departing moisture and we have that wintry mix around. Temperatures Friday and Saturday turning colder, but the coldest temperatures, those come in after some light snow into Sunday morning. 15 but falling Sunday. Will be 4 below in the metro area on Monday. Temperatures colder than that to the north and back to 19. How about that by next Tuesday? Always looking for something positive in there, Mark.
And you found it. Thanks, Kevin. Did you know that Indianapolis is home to an annual festival exclusively for African-American playwrights? It's called ONYXFEST. We're putting it in the spotlight tonight as it offers what organizers call an opportunity of a lifetime.
One of the biggest obstacles to getting a play produced is finding the money for it.
In the coming months, a few aspiring writers will be able to take their words from the page to the stage without facing that huge hurdle.
If you are chosen, we're going to provide the venue. We're going to provide royalties to the writer. We're going to provide a stipend for the director and for all of the actors involved. We're going to help assist with the set design and creation. We're going to help in the wardrobe category. And last but far from least, we're going to help in the all-important marketing area.
Vernon Williams is director of ONYXFEST 2021. He's also a playwright himself.
I was fortunate enough to have a play in 2019 that was produced as a part of ONYXFEST entitled The Price of Progress, the Indiana Avenue IUPUI story. And then most recently in 2020, the play Being Black.
For Being Black, Williams worked with director Tajuddin Raleigh. He's been part of the Indianapolis art scene for more than a decade.
You know, when you study something, it's more than just entertainment. It's a craft.
He wears many hats: director, actor, teacher, and more. Raleigh has been a part of many projects, even writing and producing an original musical called Believer. He and Williams say ONYXFEST is a special showcase for African-American artists.
Definitely a safe space. I mean, it's everything. It's not even just about art. It's about black people in general needing that support.
It is a specific problem for African Americans and black and brown people trying to get their stories told. And then you have people who make decisions, who decide that that's not the story they want to be involved with. And if those are the money people, it can be constraining. So to have something that exists that won't put those kind of constraints on creativity is really a rare situation.
Williams encourages applicants to use their imagination and experiences to help paint a kaleidoscope of the Black experience.
And everything doesn't have to be real profound. It's okay to have a comedy, a musical, a dance-oriented production, one that focuses largely on spoken word. We want to bring all the richness that is Black culture and life to the stage in this theater project.
For those who are hesitant to apply, Raleigh shares this message.
Believe, look yourself in the mirror and make yourself believe. And focus on, what originally sparked your story and why you're writing it. Because I'm sure it's probably to help people or to spread some awareness or to open someone's eyes to something.
And you can apply at onyxfest.com. And if you'd like to watch the 2020 ONYXFEST productions, go to butlerartcenter.org. We'll be right back.
$88 drain cleaning special.
A Texas boy cashed in on a gift from his mother, and the current Wall Street uncertainty, 10-year-old Jaden Carr received 10 shares of GameStop stock as a holiday present in 2019. At the time, the GameStop shares carried a value of $60. Jaden asked his mother if he could sell them during the trading frenzy last week and made a profit of more than $3,000. Financial experts say while these results are not common, it is important to start early when teaching kids about money and stocks.
That is a lot of fun for him, right? He probably thinks that's easy. Well, off to the north and east, the big circulation of the storm that's kind of waning, I guess is one way to put it, as it pulls away from the northeast where they had over 17 inches of snow in New York City. For us tomorrow, we start cold, but not where we'll be over the weekend, 30 at noon, some sunshine in the afternoon, and 33 degrees. Mark?
We'll leave you tonight with a view of the home of the Colts, Lucas Oil Stadium there. That does it for us here on WRTV News at 7. Join us back here tonight at 11. Have a good evening.